opened up our carburetor kit and started going through everything. This is one that probably covers several different carburetors. The base gasket, of course, 2 different sizes. Comes with a fuel filter. I don't know what this is. I don't know exactly what it does, but it works in conjunction with the choke. So I'm going to have to do a little reading and research on that to figure out what that is. The diaphragm that is in there, here, I'm not sure exactly what it does and what its purpose is. It may get a vacuum signal, and it may be like a vacuum pull-off, so that when it fires up, it cracks it open a little bit more. And that diaphragm and its spring and diaphragm, it may help it do that. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm speculating. These screws down in here, I think I have to take the butterfly off to get that out, because it didn't want to come out earlier when I was messing with it. So anyway, I think I'm just going to leave that alone for now, because I don't want to have to try to mess with these butterfly screws. Let's see. It comes with a new idle shutdown solenoid, so that when you shut it off, it doesn't continue to suck gas and backfire. Have these on lawnmowers, anti-backfire valve. Comes with 2 different style floats. So I guess, you know, depending on which one yours has, this is the style we have in ours. So accelerator pump spring, a throttle spring, and it came with 4 different housing cover gaskets. So we went through them and selected the correct gasket, matched up all the holes, and it also comes with, of course, a new needle seat, several different washers, O-rings, and seals, and it comes with it looks like the high-speed jets, these are not for this particular carburetor. So I don't see any adjustable needles on this one, but apparently this, like I said, this kit services a couple of different of these Solex carburetors. So we're going to set up and we're going to try to start putting it back together. So let's get going. All right, let's see if we can get that jet to go back down inside there. That's going to be a treat. Where did I do with my screwdriver? I have another screwdriver right there. Alright. Let's see. I'm dripping sweat into my carburetor. That one is a little tedious to get started back. Come on. There it went.
That's what we want.
Snug it down. Here's the little plug that went in it, and it's got like a fiber gasket on it. So let's put our little bag of goodies.
Little party bag.
Stuff in and see if that fits it. Looks a little too big. Let's try this one. That one fits it a little better. Alright. Doesn't need to be gorilla arm tight. Just snug down good. Don't know if that O-ring, what fits that. It might. Looks a little small, but we're gonna pop this old one out. This one still looks good, but let's lay it on. Let's pop it on and see what it looks like.
The rubber bands that orthodontist gives you.
Yeah, I think that'll work. think these carburetors are basically fixed jet carburetors.
And what does that mean?
Fixed jet means that you can't really adjust the setting. You see how that's tapered? And these come with, have these springs that sit on them to keep tension on them from keep them turning. So you adjust them out or in. In means less fuel, out means more fuel. So, and I think these carburetors were set up to where you could not adjust any of those settings. So, all right, let's see if we can do something with this this here accelerator pump. This ought to be a little tricky. Let's see. Yes, we get it set somewhat level. Let's make sure that the people can see there, dear. Can the people see what I'm doing here?
Yes.
All right, we'll set that there. Let's get this brought around. Alright, and I'm getting ahead of myself because I don't have my screws. Alright, let's get my peanut butter jar with my stuff. Question of the hour. Do you remember which screws went where?
No.
We'll divide them all out by type of screw. Maybe we can figure it out.
Probably a good tactic.
It's usually what I do. Alright. I'm going to say it's those 4 right there. I'm not sure what these 2 go to just yet, but I'll figure it out. These are the main housing screws that go on the top. These are the mounting nuts. And I think those washers go with them. Or were they lock washers? Do you remember?
No. Why would I remember that?
I think these 2 screws go over here along with these spacers. And there's a pivot pin for the float, which this kit does not come with. So make sure you keep up with your pivot pin. Alright, now let's line this back up. See if I can do it without having to. First of all, we're going to drop it on the floor.
Dad. I don't think you can put that back on there without that. Gotta have all the pieces for it to work right.
That is true. Alright. Not holding our mouth right or something here. Okay, I think it's going together. Let's see if I can get one started.
Once you get one going, the rest are easy.
You see how tedious this is, though?
Yes.
This is why I don't have you doing it at the moment. I'm hoping you pay attention and learn. But it is very tedious getting springs and tiny screws and everybody to play nice. But what this does, this is your accelerator pump. Okay, this is the accelerator pump diaphragm that we are replacing. And you tighten it down equally. I took it down till it touched on this side and stop. Take it down, touch, about 1/8 of a turn. Just enough to snug it up good. Alright. Let's see. Oh, let's help to grab the arm right. There we go. Alright, now what this accelerator pump does, okay, there's a hole in the bottom down here. It's really tiny, you really can't see it well, okay, but you have your float in here and it allows the gas to come in, right? Okay, fills this bottom up. And she yawns like she's so excited. There's a hole in here, okay, and it pulls, and you press on this, okay, it forces gas, okay, in this reservoir, lets it go in that little chamber in there, right, and it makes it squirt the gas. It comes out, pushes it through here and up and over through this little nozzle that we pulled out to clean, and that gives you a little squirt of gas initially for the engine to start. And once the engine is running, it draws through the other chambers and into the car and sucks gas into the carburetor to idle. Now you have a sudden acceleration, like you're going down the road and you need to pick up speed, and you give it a little gas. It also gives it a quick squirt to give it that little bit extra kick, so that the engine, because if it doesn't, the engine will stumble and you won't accelerate. The car will fall on its face and die. So now we cleaned this jet earlier, so we're gonna stick it back down there. Let me put a couple drops of lube on it. This can giving up on me. A couple of drops on it. So all right, that back in there. What next? You're supposed to be paying attention. What next?
Dad, I don't know what's next.
Just kidding.
You're the one who went to trade school for this.
Just kidding. All right. We need to. Let's see. Can probably go on and put the idle shutdown on it. I don't think that'll be in the way, and if it is, we'll take it off and we'll take it back off. All right. Dum da da. What next? I think we can go on and put our top on, but we're going to have to get the gasket.
Put this in?
I am. We're going to get the gasket. I'm just looking to see if I'm missing anything.
Okay.
I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, I am. Duh. Put that back in. That kind of scaped into place. Now let's see, make sure the housing is going to get by it. Make sure I've got it angled in the right direction. Looks like it fits. Okay.
Now time for the gasket.
And that looks like it's gonna fit.
You don't sound so sure.
Well, I was just making sure it's gonna line up because this little piece right here. Okay. Now, not thinking this all the way through. Got several things I've got to do, and you're about to let me fail. Why are you gonna let me fail?
I'm the one learning here. You're supposed to be teaching me.
Oh, alright. See how I put the float in?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that little piece I pulled out that was very
Yeah.
tender? Well, it came with it anyway, so.
It wouldn't have mattered if we had broken it.
Yeah, but you always try not to break stuff if you can help it. The needle. Let's see. Float needle. Shut off the flow of gas coming into the carburetor. Snug that up. Now what am I forgetting? Nothing. Nothing.
No, I
I
don't think
hope.
you're forgetting anything this time. This time.
This time. Alright. Alright, just set the top down on it. Sitting down flush.
Nope.
There it went.
Oh, there it goes. Just had to get it sit right.
Okay. Now we got this little dude right here that I think goes on this side. It does.
Are you going to secure that in place?
Huh?
The top there. You didn't secure it in place.
What?
You didn't put the screws in there. Well, you
I
are
am.
now. But
I am. Well, it's going to be a janky carburetor, but hopefully it's less janky than it was when we started.
I have no intentions of racing this Volkswagen, so.
I'm just wanting to hear it run for longer than.
30 seconds.
Alright. Snug everything down. Alright, just take a look around the top, make sure it looks like it's pulling down evenly. See big gaps. Looks pretty good. And then you start on the you got them all just touching. You start
Crank them down.
and cranking them down. This one wouldn't pull down tight, but you do it on crisscross. All right. I don't think this thing is adjusted correctly.
Well,
But-
how do we adjust it?
I don't know. I have to look in the book. All right. The book. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this choke piece out. Now. This throttle arm's in the way. Choke is closed. Now, you see this little piece right here?
Mm-hmm.
You try to catch it.
On the other little spot in there, the little thing.
Yep. See how it works on the spring?
Bounces back.
Yep, you've got spring tension that you're supposed to have on it. I probably will adjust it so that it stays open.
Why?
Because it's warm, and I need to see what their procedure is for setting the choke. And it's warm out, so as temperature changes, sometimes you on these old carburetors you had to tinker with the choke adjustment for winter settings as opposed to summer settings. You would have to change them. And we kept up with our little spacers.
As one should. Pretty sure it's a bug.
Yep, so we got a bee in the shop.
Bee just trying to find his way out.
Doesn't want to go through it. Here it goes. Okay. I'm sure there's probably some kind of a pressure setting. They recommend that you have your choke set at. And I will have to look that up and see what they recommend to set their choke, how they recommend to set the choke. Now, take our little wiring piece, solenoid, there it is. This piece wrapped around here, if I'm not mistaken, and plugs up to the choke.
Pretty sure that's where it was.
And this, I think, goes to the coil.
I think it did.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's it.
Fuel filter.
Well, that goes in the line.
Yeah. And there's the old fuel filter right there on the table.
Mm-hmm. And it's done.
It's nasty.
Okay. Okay, we were able to get the carburetor reassembled. I didn't get Lucy to work on as much this time putting the carburetor back together. There's just a lot of little fiddly things that I don't know that her level of experience that she can quite do just yet, but we're going to work on that. And but you were able to ask a lot of questions though, right?
Yes, I was. I have begun to understand the basic workings of a carburetor. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And if you'd like to know more about this Volkswagen project, watch a video coming on the screen now.